Hi, now we are going to discuss on the WebSphere Application Server. So coming to the first, what is meant by application server and what are the competitors of the IBM WebSphere Application Server. So application server is like a superset of the web server. It can support most of the Java applications. So now we are going to see what are the components we will cover in this whole sessions. So what is mean by WebSphere product family and the WebSphere application server architecture standalone and federated means clustered environment. Before going to install the WebSphere application server, you require the IBM installation manager. Without this also you can install the WebSphere application server. And how you will install the WebSphere application server as well as web server. Web server here is called HTTP server. So how you will integrate with these two servers as well, and demonstration of the administrative console, and then how, if you are facing any issues, how you can track that issues, and if you are going to use this scripting language in the VAS admin, you have to use the Jekyll and Jython scripts. How you can use those scripting languages in the WebSphere application server, how you can do the clustering of the profiles or cells, and how you will do the workload management, and how you can integrate with the JM, how you will implement with the JMS concepts, and WebSphere security, how you will security you can implement it for your application, like SSL security, like the user level security with the help of LDAP or Tivoli access manager. These are the things we will cover into the picture. So coming to the WebSphere application server family, here we have so many profiles are there. WebSphere application server, community edition and express edition, application server, network deployment for JED and JEDOS. So each version have multiple types of variations and differences will be there. So there, if you go to the default, coming with the WebSphere application common base code and the common base code with license, and the WebSphere common base code for the network deployment. So all these three packages include the WebSphere common base code. The major difference between the Express and base is the license. Express has a limited license for 2 processors. Base has a license for the unlimited processor. And the network deployment product adds support for the scalability, clustering, and the high availability and central administration. So that the network deployment can support the JDBC, Liberty Profile, and Intelligent Management Pack. And edge components. The edge component means it's a cache component, and it can support the Tivoli directory server, LDAP server, and Tivoli access manager. Now we are calling it security access manager, SAM. So only network deployment, this supports these kind of all these features. So what are the components will be available in the application server? Okay. First of all, if you are going to create a application server, you require these components. So what is mean by deployment manager? For example, I have a Java application. I have to deploy my Java application to the application server. If you are using a WebSphere application server, you have to create a profile first. Then in that profile, these are the subcomponents will be created automatically. So what is meant by cell? It's a cell is the component of it contains all these node, deployment manager, and it will be there everything. And what is meant by deployment manager? The deployment manager is responsible for the managing the installation and maintenance of all the applications, and it will communicate with the nodes through another special WebSphere process, the node agents. What is meant by node? A node is another virtual unit that is built on of a node agent and one or more server instances. Node agent is a process of responsible for the swapping and killing server process, and also responsible for the configuration synchronization between the deployment manager and the nodes. Coming to the assembly and development tools, how you will use this while developing a Java application? Normally it's a freeware is the Eclipse, and paid version will be IBM Rational Application Developer. It's also built on top of Eclipse, and you can develop a code using Eclipse and directly publish to the server itself. Coming to the architecture. So WebSphere application is a platform and which is Java-based business application run. It's implementation for the JEE specification, and as well as provides database connectivity, threading, and workload management as for all the business applications. So here, these are all you can consider as a protocols. These protocols or applications will be supported by the WebSphere Application Server, like AGB components and JSPs and JMX and all these things, JDBC and everything. And coming to the profiles. So WebSphere Application Server files are split into two categories. One is product files and the other one is configuration files. What is meant by product files? Set of shared read-only static files or product binaries shared by any instances of the WebSphere Application Server product. And configuration files means set of user customizable data files. It includes WebSphere configuration, install, application, resource, adapters, properties, all these log files, all these things. What is the benefits of the profiles? Each profile uses the same product files, similar than multiple WebSphere installation, less disk space, simplifies application of the product updates. So profiles will be a separate URLs. It considers as a simple small server. If you want to deploy your application to the A profile, it will be deployed to the A profile, and it will be, if you want to deploy your application to the B server, you can deploy to the B profile. So this A profile and B profile will be available on the base of the application server. These all profiles will be shared across the same application server. So how you will manage the profiles? So you have the profile management tool. Using this tool, you can manage all these profiles. You can create a profile and these things. So coming to the profile types, what are the different types of profiles is available? Cell profile and management, application server, custom profile, security proxy. So these are the different types of profiles are available. So cell, management, application server, custom profile, security proxy. What is meant by cell profile? Where we can use this cell profile? Cell profiles are actually, it contains two profiles in one. You get a deployment manager profile and a federated application server profile. You have a choice of whether to install samples and the default application. The default application provides an application server called server1 and an enterprise application called default application. Both the samples and the default application provides servlets that you can run in a web browser to test for your installation. And the deployment manager profile. So the deployment manager is a special type of application server that hosts administrative console and has functionality to administer the application servers that are federated into a cell. All the cell level configuration is stored in the deployment manager profile. It also has the master copy of the application server's node agents. The deployment manager profile will have the master copy of all the installed applications. Application server profile. So application server profile contains the configuration information of for one managed server. It will has information about server level resources and configuration. It will also have copy of the install application. What is meant by custom profile? Custom profiles are empty nodes that are made operational by adding a deployment manager cell. After adding the node, use the administrative console for the deployment manager to customize the node. For example, create the application server on the node or clusters. A custom node does not include a server 1 process as an application server node does, nor does it include the default application or any sample applications. It is truly an empty node that you must customize. And secure proxy. So whenever your WebSphere application server is deploying into the DMZ zone, DMZ zone means it's a firewall zone we will call demilitarized zone. So that moment, if you want to send a request and receive a request in the DMZ zone environment, you have to create a secure proxy profile. That's all for the WebSphere application server. Thank you.